Hi guys. My first strategy Sunday for a while. I haven't done a strategy Sunday. I've been very focused on my family focus Fridays. But I really wanted to talk to my teacher crew. Hey, and bring some thoughts to you from directly from families and a few things that I have had the pleasure of being a part of over the last couple of weeks. So this video is really about the hidden child, not the hidden disability, because we know we need to think about that. We know that autism is, ADHD is, but there's a hidden child. Um, we, as teachers, we're trained to take away the barrier to learning. That's what we're trained to do, and that's the most important thing we should be doing. Any barriers that are there, we are trained to think past them. And I know it's still a little journey for us to understand autism and any neurodevelopmental need, but that's basically what we are looking at barriers. So what happens in the teaching profession when we've got a child who doesn't present with barriers, in the sense of they're calm, they're quiet, they're the quietest child, they are engaging in the learning, but the rest of their social development isn't at the forefront. What are we doing, and what do we say? I have been very guilty of this in my past. Basically, the quiet child. Oh, they're quiet. They're getting on. They're getting the learning done, and I don't think past that. Um, but through my journey and my understanding now, that is something we have to really challenge for ourselves. How how much do you know about the quiet child in your classroom? The child that at parents' evening you say, oh, they're getting on well, learning's great, everything's amazing. However, they're just really quiet. You know, they don't engage much in the lesson, they don't engage much with their peers. What do we say? It's usually the quiet girl. It's usually the quiet girl in the background who we are then saying, oh, she's just shy, or she hasn't quite yet developed that side of herself. I'm going to urge us today, as teachers, as the profession, to look past that. We've got to see um, that the extremes of behaviour from one side, where the very sparky character who shows us exactly what they're feeling, what they want, in a way that we know about. Um, we've got that one side of the spectrum for behaviour, but we've got the other side that needs just as much attention. The side where a child is just so quiet, so withdrawn, isn't quite engaging, isn't a problem at all, but actually, for a child, that's really not a profile that we should be comfortable with. We should be challenging that profile and thinking, not challenging the child, but challenging ourselves as a professional. Is there something that I'm not seeing? Is there something that I'm missing? So today's video really is about that hidden child. You know, do you find a moment to connect with the hidden child in your classroom? Do you observe that child? Do you find a time to have a relationship with that child that's outside your everyday hustle and bustle? And I know it's another layer. I get it. As teachers, we have another layer. But I think that's what we have to do. We have to go after the hidden children in our classroom. The children that at the end of the year, we look at them and say, did I really get to know you? And if you haven't managed to do that halfway through the academic year, I urge you to do that. And if it gets to the end of the year and you haven't managed, I get the pressures of teaching. I say make sure your next colleague give them the heads up and say basically in September, find a moment to have a relationship with this child because I haven't managed to do that this year. Because there may be hidden things happening. It may be a girl on the spectrum. It may be a child that you just need to have a little bit more conversation. There may be attachment needs. There may be a few things going on. So it might be worth it. And I know that teaching is all about getting away the barriers. And if that quietness is not a barrier, we shouldn't be managing too much. But we are developing little people who are going to become adults. And so we have the right, we have the power and the positioning to support them in any part of their journey. I hope this has brought something to mind for somebody. I hope that this is a video that make you think, oh my gosh, on Monday I'm going to talk to that hidden child in my classroom, and I really would like to hear your feedback. So feel free to share this video and connect with me and say, yeah, this week I spoke to a hidden child. Have a great week, guys. We're halfway through the academic year. How crazy is that? That's really happened quickly. But exciting. Hope you guys are having an amazing time. Looking forward to your feedback.